Hi Scorpio, hope you're doing well. Welcome to your love reading. Today I'm going to tap into what they'd like you to know. So, they being the person on your mind, the person that you've been thinking about, that you feel attached to, drawn to, attracted to. Take it as it resonates. But this is more about channeling messages from your person. What would they like you to know in this moment? So, it's a timeless reading. Whenever you come across this reading is when the messages were meant for you, so that's when you were meant to find the messages. Okay, what would they like you to know? The Knight of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Eight of Swords. We'll take one more. Wow, the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune has been showing up quite a bit, and I feel this card starts to show up every time we're at the pinnacle of a season change. So given, we've just had the spring equinox, and I think it's a change of season, it's a change in energy, it's a change of direction sometimes. What they'd like you to know is that they've been really, really confused about a certain decision that impacts this connection. They'd love to kind of charge forward and come towards you with this Knight of Swords, but there's something that holds them back. And they're really up in their head about that. And that's what holds them back from taking a very, clean, clear decision on this connection. And they're also potentially waiting for the right time. Or, it's like that feeling when you're just sitting on a decision and you're like, oh, I think one day it's just going to come to me which way I want to go. But I feel this is a person you haven't been in touch with because they've been ruminating over this energy and trying to make a decision that is the best outcome for both of you. I see the moon on her back, so it's almost like there are some things that are unclear to them, like they lack information. But rather than coming out and having that conversation, this person chooses to just stay in that energy and just hope that one day they'll get the aha moment and they'll just know which way to go. So we're going to take one more row. Let's see. I did see the Ace of Pentacles flip over. Yeah, see right there, Akashic Records, the star, the universe. It's almost like, they're waiting for destiny to show them the path. What's the Knight of Swords? The Five of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, perspective. See, exactly. They're trying to get a new perspective on the situation. They're very attracted to you. Ooh, wow. The Ten of Pentacles. Waiting for the right time, and we've got Judgment at the bottom of the deck, which is called Awakening in this tarot deck. I almost feel like what they'd like you to know energetically through this reading is that they're waiting for stability to come into their life so that they can show up in a more stable way for you. They are very attracted to you, and that's why this decision is very hard, because if they didn't have any emotions invested, or they didn't have any feelings or any sense of this pull, then it would be a very simple decision, right? Then they just know, okay, they're done, they want to move on from this connection. But it's like your energy is so attractive, and I just don't mean it in that sense of they're physically attracted to you. They can be, but I think this is more like you draw them in. You're that person who draws their energy in. And they've been trying to look at things from both perspectives, like their perspective, your perspective, maybe even talking to other people to kind of bounce it off, with their close friends and really get a new perspective. They are upset about everything that happened. There is this sense of loss. The Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords seem connected to me. That's why they're up in their head, because they also know that there's already been significant amount of pain and hurt and disappointment in this connection. And they want to make sure that whatever decision they make does not add to that bucket of pain already. But it almost kind of seems impossible to take a decision without something or someone getting impacted. That's also what I'm hearing. But somehow they feel that one day the time will be right when they can offer you the happily ever after, the everything card. This often for me, the Ten of Pentacles is getting married, planning to buy a house together, planning to start a family. Because in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck, you see a family, then you see somebody elderly also in the picture. and you've got kids, like pets, all of that, right? Like the whole 9 yards. So what they'd like you to know is that they are thinking about this. It's not that you're not on their mind. You definitely are. I feel this is your energy showing up, Scorpio. And I think I've said this in a previous reading that for me, the Queen of Wands has always felt very scorpionic. You could be dealing with a fixed sign, so Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, or Aquarius. You could be dealing with Pisces as well. It's interesting because, I mean, for me, the perspective card, even though it is like the hangman energy, it's giving me both a combination of temperance and hangman. It's like they want to give it time because somehow they feel like with time, the answers will emerge and they will know which way to go, and that's when they'll rush in. But there is a big part of them that simply wants to just take the plunge and jump right in. But then they think about the hurt, then they think about everything that happened and how deeply it impacted them. Then that brings them back to this crossroads. Which path should I take? Should I not? They're trying to look at the pros and cons, weigh it all out. But then it's like you keep pulling them into your energy that Scorpio, they keep like being up in their head about this decision, and somehow they're just hoping that the universe or their spirit team or just life in general will take a different turn. And maybe they struggle with money, maybe they have some financial issues, and they're waiting for all of that to get ironed out before they can come in and make a solid offer to you. I'm also hearing that, especially with this combination. The Wheel of Fortune is often about going through cycles in life, right? So I feel this person wants you to know that this cycle, they acknowledge, has been very difficult for you and for them as well. And they're just waiting for destiny and the right divine timing to come in, so that you could have a brand new cycle with them. What's on their mind when it comes to this connection? What are their thoughts? The King of Swords. So could be dealing with an Aquarius. I think I've been saying that literally every single day. But strong air energy. So essentially somebody, look at how many swords we have, right? Like King of Swords, Knight of Swords, Two of Swords, Eight of Swords. This is somebody who's somehow trying to take a very practical decision on something which is very emotional. I think that is the thing about this person. They look at matters of the heart in a very practical way, or at least they're trying to be practical this time around, because they feel, well, when I totally gave in to the feels, it led me here, like a sense of loss, a sense of like missed opportunity. So this time around, like they're seeking clarity, or they've hopefully in the future will get this clarity, and they want to be able to communicate that to you. And they're thinking, if I have to have this conversation with Scorpio, what exactly am I going to say? What am I going to say about this past experience? What am I going to say about how I came to this decision? What was my reasoning? This is somebody who's like evaluating all the pros and cons, and then thinking through how will they approach you with this conversation. So they're really in their head. This is somebody who's right now trying to not think so much from their heart, but like really come up with a very sound, reasoned, logical kind of way out of this. What are their feelings for you, Scorpio? What are their feelings for you, Scorpio? Four of Cups. Yeah, there is this sense of like loss, or, oh damn, like what did I do? You know, like I always get that from this card, that this guy is like, oh snap, like that wasn't my bestest move, was it? So they have a lot of regret, a lot of remorse, a lot of like, you know, it's like trying to solve a puzzle, but you just don't have that missing piece. And somehow I think what this person is not seeing, even though I know we're like kind of reading this from your perspective and what they're saying to you, but I think this person could really benefit from not waiting for some external factor to clarify everything in their head. What they truly need to do is go within and actually connect their mind and their heart once and for all on this connection, and figure out what is it that they truly want. But unfortunately, I think this person is just kind of waiting for some outside factor. Now, it could be that if this connection was suffering because of issues of stability, or you know, somebody just didn't feel stable enough in their career, didn't feel stable enough from a financial standpoint, and they knew that you wanted something long term and they couldn't really give that to you at this point in their life, then it's a bit like, hey, I don't have what I need to have before I can commit to this in that big grand way. So therefore, it's also a bit of disappointment and a bit of like, I just don't have the answers to this problem. What do they desire as the outcome between you and them? So what is the outcome that they desire with you? The King of Wands, they do want to take some bold, brave, passionate kind of action towards you, but so this is their intention, which is good. So I like this because in their thoughts, they were being very rational, very cognitive, because obviously we asked for what's in their thoughts, right? But in their intended outcome, they do want to come in. And like King of Wands is a very... so it's how King of Wands is different from the King of Swords is that the King of Wands also injects like some of that passion into the way they communicate, into the way they lead, into the way they come to a decision, or in the way that they would want to follow through on the action. For me personally, King of Swords is very wise, very intelligent, has seen a lot in life, has, been through the ups and downs, but is still a little bit cold and detached. Like, they're not so emotionally or from a soul level, they're not so attached as to whatever the outcome is. Like, they've just accepted that this is the right thing to do, so I'm going to do it. But the King of Wands still has more skin in the game. I mean, probably like a lot of tarot readers wouldn't agree with this, but every tarot reader meditates on their deck and they know what energies connect to them in which way. And then our spirit team gives us the cards bases the way that we have meditated on each of the cards. So if my spirit team knows that I associate the King of Wands as somebody who has more skin in the game, then they're going to show me the King of Wands because that's the message that they want me to deliver to you. So just a little, tarot side note there. This is interesting. Let's build on that. So their desired outcome is the King of Wands. Show us more on the King of Wands. Okay, Page of Cups. They know that they owe you an apology. They know that they need to come in and give you something, like make that offer. But again, the Two of Swords shows up, which is connecting back to that Two of Swords. Give me one more on the Two of Swords. Ten of Cups. So see, now we've got 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, which is basically, fully in when it comes to your emotions, and fully in when it comes to like your tactical elements, like, the money, the finances, the house, the marriage, all of that. So I think for this person, right, this person on your mind, Scorpio, they just feel like this decision is so all or nothing for them because they know that you wouldn't have it any other way. Because of whatever's happened in the past, I don't think they think that they have the luxury of just coming back around with a half-thought through plan of action. You know what I mean? Like, they know you're somebody who's going to be like, well, then what's different about what happened in the past? If you haven't figured your stuff around right now, then what's the point of restarting? So I feel this person is aware. Okay, let's just say they are aware that they do need to offer you something, that they do need to offer that cup of emotion, that cup of love, possibly an apology as well. But they are still in that decision-making phase. They haven't really arrived at a decision yet because it's very all or nothing for them. That if I come in and approach Scorpio this time around, I need to be like crystal clear in the way I speak, crystal clear in my intentions, because I don't think Scorpio is going to settle for anything less than that. And I think, fair enough, Scorpio. The Scorpios that I'm connecting with in this reading are those people who have done a lot of their own inner work, and now they're ready to settle down, or they're ready to basically have something long-term stable. So when I say settle down, it doesn't necessarily mean that all of you want to get married or whatever. Some people don't even believe in the institution of marriage, so that's fine. Like, whatever floats your boat. But like, whatever you're looking for, and I think a lot of you are looking for something meaningful, something that can stand the test of time. And therefore, whatever has happened in the past has scarred both of you to a certain degree. And therefore, they know that if they come in now, it needs to be a very solid offer. So what's this Four of Cups? Because I want to check in their emotional space, what's this Four of Cups? Because their intentions are pretty amazing. They want the Ten of Cups, But right now they're in the Four of Cups. So show us more on the Four of Cups. The Empress, okay. I think I'm understanding what's happening. Death, that's your energy, Scorpio. Give me one more. The Moon. Lots of fears. And remember, I was getting drawn to that moon on her back. I think, like, I don't know if there was anything related to, like, children in this connection, because Empress can sometimes, she is the mother figure of the tarot. So I don't know if there were any fears or concerns about, like, starting a family. Maybe one person wanted that, the other person didn't, or, like, that was very overwhelming for somebody in the connection. I'm also picking that up. That's a very specific message, wouldn't resonate with everyone. But they have fears. They have fears because they want to transform this love, like connected to that Queen of Wands. You keep pulling them into your energy, because the Empress attracts, she doesn't chase. So they feel this. So trust me, Scorpio, if you've been thinking about this person, or you miss them, or you long for them, I think that energy is reciprocated on their side as well, because they see you as somebody who's attracting them back into their energy. But look at the three cards. They're big energies. They're major arcanas. Death, Empress, the Moon. So death is you. So they definitely have you in their heart, in their mind. But this Moon is showing me that something is unclear. Like, they have their fears, or maybe they're worried that they might get hurt again. And this is somebody who, I think it's safe to say that most people have a hard time dealing with a breakup, right? So it's not like it's only unique to them, that they don't know if they can go through it again. But I think that holds them back, because they were very significantly impacted with whatever happened the last time around. And they're not sure if they have it in them to go through that all over again. That could be one way of looking at this. But I think this person is scared because they think that, okay, like, just to give one example, again, wouldn't resonate with everyone, but it's like, when you've been dating someone, it was going really well, things started to get a little bit intense and serious, and somebody then freaked out. And then things kind of came to a standstill. So now this person knows that if they have to come back to you, they have to be ready to operate at that level, of that serious commitment, or perhaps talking about, like, where is this going, or when can we get married, when can we move in, when can we start a family, when can we have our second child, like things like that. I think this person is a little bit overwhelmed by that. Maybe they're just somebody who still has a little bit of growing up to do. They're probably, because also of this financial thing that I saw earlier, maybe they just feel like, am I really ready for that? Like, can I actually be that partner, that stable partner? Yeah, so this is somebody who basically is a little bit overwhelmed by the responsibility that will come with this connection if you guys were to get back together. Because I think this is obviously somebody that you're not with, or somebody that you're on a break with, or like some kind of separation or argument has happened, and therefore you guys are taking a time out and thinking through what should be next steps here. Let's try and see, Spirit, what are their next steps towards Scorpio? So this person on Scorpio's mind, what are their next steps towards Scorpio? Ten of Wands, the Eight of Swords yet again, and the King of Cups, which is Scorpio energy, and Two of Swords yet again. So now we've seen the Two of Swords 3 times. We've seen the Eight of Swords twice. The Ten of Wands, we've got another 10. So we've got 10 of Crystals, 10 of Cups, 10 of Crystals is the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. I really feel like this person wants to close out this cycle of being up in their head, tossing and turning. I just wish, like, energetically I could tell this person that all you got to do is just get out of your head and into your heart, and also just communicate with you. Because I think sometimes, you can come to a conclusion or a decision by working it out through conversation, but a lot of people, especially in romantic relationships, I don't know, for some reason prefer not to do that, and prefer to just hibernate and like kind of isolate themselves and do their own level of thinking. And of course that's healthy, you should do that. But at a certain point, like, it is important to regroup and kind of discuss and say, hey, this is where my head is at. These are the things that are holding me back, or this is what overwhelms me. and I just want to be transparent with you. But look, it takes a lot of emotional maturity and a lot of knowing yourself, and people who have done the inner work can have that conversation in a calm and composed way. But I'm sure all of us have been there. But sometimes we get very triggered by these conversations, or we just don't think we can have it in a very mature, grown-up way. I know it sounds so easy, right? That what can be so hard about having a conversation with someone? But, well, I guess, I don't know, it can be extremely hard sometimes for people. But I feel this person is really stuck in their head. They want to end this difficult cycle. And I think I asked, like, what will be their next steps? I have a feeling once this Two of Swords is kind of clarified, right? And actually right underneath, let me show you this deck. Right underneath this is the Ace of Cups, Judgment, exactly, Knight of Wands. So they know that this is about a renewal of this connection, right? They're trying to figure out, do I want to start a new cycle with Scorpio? This is the big decision, to be or not to be, to proceed or not to proceed. But it's showing me with the King of Cups is like some kind of emotional maturity is taking place. So now we've got 3 kings as well. King of Swords, King of Wands, King of Cups. So this person is trying to flex across different energy types. Okay, they're thinking rationally. They're hopefully going to think emotionally soon. They're thinking from a passionate standpoint, from like what stirs their soul kind of standpoint. But I have a feeling, Scorpio, that this person is not ready right now to really have the conversation, or I don't think they've really come to a conclusion, and I honestly don't know how they're going to take this decision. I think they're just kind of waiting for something to change externally. So maybe that does resonate with some of you. Maybe they are like busy with something till a certain time. That's what I'm hearing. Like, oh, once I'm done with this, then I can think about this with a calm, composed mind. Like, I don't know if they work in a way where it's like, like how consultants work, like they work on really busy projects, but then they're free for like a month or 2 months. Like, I don't know if your person has that kind of like a work situation, or it's something about their family, or it's something about just some other thing that is weighing very heavy on them right now, and it's almost like they're waiting for the right time when they have more bandwidth to think about this. So yeah, let's see what they would like to say to you. If they were to come around and have a conversation, what would they like to say to Scorpio? You were the best thing in my life. This is that Empress energy. I feel like they have a lot of respect for you, and they see you as the Empress, like somebody who's figured their stuff out in life, doing really well, very attractive, good looking, beautiful, looks after themselves, is into like the finer things in life. Maybe they see you as somebody who has a very luxurious lifestyle. And even if you don't, like, this is just their perception, right? Because reality is one, but perception can be many, right? So it's just that, like, they hold you in a very high regard, or you have all the things that they are aspiring to get in their life. Your intellect arouses me, exactly. So I think they also see you as somebody who's smart, intelligent, good looking, is doing well in their life. And, Scorpio, proud of you for being who you are. But obviously you need a partner who can like match you where you are, right? Like elevate your energy and you can elevate theirs. But I think this person is very stuck in their head though. I want to tell you how I feel. So see, they want to, but they're very scared. This person is not good with emotional conversations. And look, they're saying at the bottom of the deck, I can't do this. Now this could mean it's very hard for me to have this conversation with you, or I simply can't do all of this that Scorpio is expecting. I miss hearing your voice. You came closer than anyone. I want to feel that way again. It was my fault, but I blamed you. So this person, I think my general dissonance with this person's energy is that, like, they have the feelings, they know that it was their fault, but they blamed you. But they can't seem to bring up or muster up the courage in them to actually move forward with this. So this person is lacking like that push, or that, okay, I need to like do something about it. Like, if I want to feel that way again, I got to do something about it. Their action is lacking. Let's get you some advice. So Spirit, what is your advice for Scorpio on this connection? What is your advice for Scorpio on this connection in the near future? Okay, let's see. In the near future, please build on that for us. Get more information. I think you'll hear from this person in the near future, and that will give you more information on this whole process that they're going through. Give me one more. Choose a new direction. Okay. I think, I think it can also mean that this redirect that they're waiting for, right? Like something in their life, or maybe they will decide to choose a new direction in their overall life, which can help bring this back together, or you will get some more information in the near future, which will help you give that confidence that you need to re-steer and choose a new direction and go towards someone else. Let's see what the romance angels have for you. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So I think there is strong potential in this connection, is what I'm getting intuitively. But I think both of you, I just feel like maybe the timing isn't right. And this person really needs to get clear in their head, and they need to figure out what action they're willing to take towards you. And that's when in the future, when you get more information or you have this conversation, is when you can decide. But that's what I'm seeing for you right now, Scorpio. I think the situation will definitely develop, and we'll pick up on it in future reads. But if this resonated with you, please do hit that like button for me and subscribe to my channel. Take care. Bye-bye.